Greetings, fellow mammals. There are game-breaking bugs in 2042 I am aware of, but have decided not to shine a light on at this point, because while they do exist, they are basically unknown to 99.9% of players, which makes them almost a non-issue anyway. And another reason I didn't want to showcase these problems is because it looked like the support for this game had ended, so it would have been very unlikely they would fix those things anymore. But now they have done it again. They just can't help themselves. And I am shining a light on this one because I have a new angle on this topic. I want to force them into improving the fucking quality assurance. Because if this level persists into Battlefield 6 patches, we are gonna have a lot of problems that could be easily avoided. So what am I talking about exactly? Well, yesterday DICE decided to launch a final major content update for 2042, patch 9.2.0. And in this patch, they also, as usual, fixed some remaining issues. And one section of those fixes is related to the Masterkey. And at this moment, I would highly urge you to watch part 1 of this Masterkey problem before you continue. Link in the description. Now, it seems to me someone at DICE saw that video too, so for the remainder of this video, I will address you directly. And don't pull away, I know I'm harsh, but I am passionate about the series and I simply want it to thrive. So you will have to accept that I will highlight whenever you fuck up from here on out. But I will also highlight whenever you do good, because in the end, as anyone can see by comparing 2042's launch state to now, all in all, you do a very good job over there. But now let's move on to the topic at hand. First off, the good news are you did actually fix some of the things I mentioned in the last video. For one, you got rid of the 3 different damage models and just made a new one that's now the default for all of them. Well, not quite, but we will get there. A good change though. Thank you. Additionally, the ammo pool bug in combination with grenade launchers also got fixed. Also not quite, but again, just a second. But still a good change. Thank you very much. But now, let's talk about the remaining and new problems. Number 1. You forgot the AK-24 while fixing the ammo pool bug. So as I mentioned in part 1, that bug was affecting the AK-24, LCMG and SWS-10. And you had already fixed it on the M5A3 and AK-5C a while ago. I really don't understand why you cannot fix it on all of them simultaneously, but I guess it has to be done in parts. Anyway, so now you fixed it on the LCMG and SWS-2, but it's still broken on the AK. You almost did it, but that should hopefully be a simple fix. Please just do whatever you did to the LCMG and SWS in this patch, or the M5A3 and AK-5C in an earlier patch for that matter, to the AK-24 too. Then we can finally write this issue off the list. Now problem number 2 is a fuck up beyond belief. And I want to thank Benedict here, who wrote this under the last video the moment he noticed. Remember how you created this new damage model to make it uniform across all weapons that have the Masterkey? Well, I don't know how, but you fucked it up on the LCMG and SWS. So right now, the reality of those two weapons regarding the damage model is that every single pellet, which there are 10 of in each shot, deals the amount of damage from the equipped ammo type of that gun. So, for example, the LCMG with close combat ammo deals 26 damage per shot. If I shoot this bot from up close in order to land all pellets on target, I consequently deal 260 damage. That is already a problem, but it gets worse when you start to think about the SWS, because that is a sniper and it deals 75 damage per shot if we use high power ammo, for example. So you essentially created a shotgun that deals 750 damage for up to 100 meters. And then it goes down to a comparably low 600 damage for all eternity. And if you think, well, that's not that bad, it gets worse, because it works with armor piercing. So here's some actual gameplay for you. And while this is playing in the background, I would also like to add that the headshot multiplier is also carried over. So if any single pellet hits a head at any range, it's a kill. You have to disable this attachment immediately. And I genuinely want to ask, how does this happen? I really want to understand your workflow. You cannot tell me you even shot a single target with this Masterkey just once. You created a new damage model for this attachment to apply it on all 5 guns that have access to it, and you fixed the ammo pool bug on exactly these 2 affected weapons. And you are telling me after working on 2 issues affecting the same thing, you did not even try it out once? Because that's literally all it would have taken to notice. This simply cannot be the standard of quality assurance for Battlefield 6. It's just unacceptable. And if you don't want to spend money on testers, I'll do it for you, gladly, for free. I'll Hell, even sign an NDA. Let me test your new patches for 10 minutes before they go live, because that's quite literally all it would take. And I genuinely hope that this is exactly what you will use the Battlefield Labs program for after launch, because unfortunately it seems like you are not capable of doing it yourselves. And it has gotten to a point where multiple friends I play with actively avoid patch days because it now has become a common sentiment that you fix 2 things and break 3 every single time. This is just not healthy for the franchise going forward. You need to get your shit together. And I meant that offer seriously. My DMs are open. I have no bad intentions. I just want to play a better game. And I think it's fair to hold you to a higher standard than this. Okay, let me summarize what you need to do now. Most importantly, disable this fucking thing right now. And then you need to apply the ammo pool bug fix you made for the LCMG and SWS on the AK-24-2, and you need to apply the actual new damage model you made to the LCMG and SWS. And additionally, it would be nice if you could set the reload time to a fixed value. I would recommend 2.3 seconds, if I may. Right now, it literally takes a different amount of time to reload the exact same attachment on every single weapon that has it, ranging from 2.1 to 2.7 seconds. That is just plain unnecessary. Okay. Oh, and before I end this, you have now spent 3 patches trying to get the Draugr's incendiary bombs in line, and you keep nerfing the blast range and damage and all that kind of stuff, but what you still haven't addressed is that it burns through solid ground and through buildings. That is the actual problem. Fix that, please. Not the damage. Thank you very much. And that's it for today. Oh, and I want to apologize to everyone in this renewal server who had to suffer because of my little recording session, but I believe this was necessary to bring my point home. This needs to be addressed immediately. Anyhow, I will see you on the battlefield. Sorrow out.